Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you all. And welcome back to the Beta Plan playing Shadowrun. Well, as I was playing and I made a few episodes, I all of a sudden noticed something that is very, very important. Something that was not possible in the previously two games. And that this iteration, this third game in the series, does allow. And I said before wasn't possible. And that is create a techno wizard without it being overly complicated, without increasing your spell cooldowns or the amount of spells you can know because you've cut into your essence. So I had to rehash our character, and I did so. But it's still the same type of idea, but I had to rehash her a little bit, and what all that is I will show you in a moment. But of course first we are going to look, or better say read, the intro. Hard landing. Raymond Black, the old man, gave you a home once. Took you and Duncan off the gang-ridden streets of the Barrens. Sheltered, educated, slept sense into you both, until you almost resembled productive members of society. And then you took off. Left it all behind. Landed behind bars for a time. Tried to start a new life after that. It has been 8 years since you've heard Raymond's voice, until out of the blue you got this cryptic message. A plea for help. Meet me in Hong Kong right away. And wired to your account enough Nugent to pay for the flight and then some. The descent is rough. A squall comes out of nowhere, sending a solid sheet of rain punching into the suborbital transport. With a ragged shudder, the plane finally skids to a halt at the edge of the Lopcock tarmac. An hour and an interminable number of emotionless security checkpoints later, you hail a water taxi to Victoria Harbour. Hong Kong looms ahead, pulsing with energy. And I'm sorry therefore that because, well, this changing character has caused me to actually throw away the episodes that I have made and start anew, so this episode will be a little bit later because normally, well, this series is planned to go up at 1400 CET, or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right 6 hours after the CK2 and 6 hours before Vampire the Masquerade. But having said all that, here's our new character. I have named her Qin Liangyu, after a famous Chinese female general in the Ming Dynasty time. And I have named her Deathclaw. A wink to, well, of course, a Fallout series, and in a way also to Deathstrike, one of Wolverine's greatest opponents, or one of his opponents. He has many of them after all. And if you don't know who Wolverine is, well, you must be living under a rock, but it is from the X-Men. And I say that you've been living under a rock not because you must know X-Men or anything, but wow, there have been many movies out because he is a fan favorite, even if it isn't my favorite. Yowza, yeah, I commit sacrilege already in the second video. And before anyone asks, my favorite is Gambit, okay? Sorry. So, Qin Liangyu, Deathclaw. What is the difference? Well, I will show you. We have Ares Hand Raisers. Uses the close combat skill for accuracy and cyber affinity for critical chance. And all of our characters relies now on this new skill that lies under the body attribute, cyber affinity. It is the damage is strength plus 3, causes causes 2 bleeding damage, and may do AP damage, pierces up to 1 armor. What does this all mean? Our strength. Well, our strength is 4 right now, means 7 damage. That is respectable. Causes 2 bleeding. Nice, that does even more damage then. AP damage is your action point, so if we hit a person, they actually may be able to do less, and we pierce up to 1 armor. Yoza! Moreover, our essence is 6.5. Now, for people that don't know the game, and for the veterans who go, huh? Yeah, normally your essence maximum is 6. If you go below essence 6, the cooldown of your spells increases, as well as that you can have less spells in your body. You can remember less spells. However, we have now this new ability called Cyberware Affinity under body. And that has changed the whole ordeal. It has made me say, we're going for Cyberware Affinity instead of cheat casting. in order to show you, well, something new. And it all lies more or less, well, let's go first to the number 1. Unlocks additional cyber, such as hand razor cyber weapon. Apparently we gain that one now for free. I don't mind. Alright, we are Deathclaw after all. Perhaps we will replace it later. We have some infinity to spare after all. Second level. Unlocks additional cyber, such as spur cyberware weapons, and unlocks the twin slash for hand razors. Okay, so our hand razors are pretty darn good. Hopefully you can get it and can upgrade it later. Then here comes the very new addition in this third iteration of the game. Additional essence +1. Sweet bejeebies. This causes us to be able to use cyberware affinity, have an essence about 6, still spellcast as normally, and have actually cyberware. I've also immediately taken 4 because, well, it unlocks the compound attack for hand razors. I'm not even sure what that means yet. We also can get the monofilament whip. I'm not sure what that does. But yeah, nice. And at body 6 we gain another additional essence. And because we are a troll, we already had an extra body, so gaining extra body, well, it fits our character. Moreover, we can get a lot of strength, thus fitting the close combat. And because it are hand razor weapons, as I just showed a moment ago, their accuracy is counted on close combat, their critical chance on cyberware affinity, which means that we don't need melee or unarmed, which means we will not be in the way of our other well, companion that we are supposedly to get within this series. So this is what I did. I kept all of our normal spell casting. I lowered chi casting because I'm not sure killing hands will actually work together with cyberware. I might test that later on in the series. And I gave us 1 point in dodge, and we have 1 point left. That is our new character. She is the Deathclaw with a new metallic cybertronic arm hand that slices through enemies and also spellcasts you to death at a range. We have both technology and magic. Now that is something a little bit different. That is the beta plan. I love it. Alright, well, having said all that, let's get into the game. You step from the churning of the water taxi to the ponderous rocking of the docks, your stomach lurching at the transition. As soon as you're clear, the captain nods once and steers a small craft back into the harbor. The man never said a word, just handed you a worn brown duffel bag when you stepped on board filled with gear, some stiff new body armor and a note, better safe than sorry, D. Above, smoke-thick clouds hang low in the sky, reflecting the lights of the city in a nauseating swirl. The wind changes direction more than once, creating a heady stew of aromas, diesel, sea salt, street food, and filth. It's all you can do to keep your in-flight meal where it belongs. 2 figures stand waiting in the dim light of the pier. The first is an orc, lean, with in-your-face muscles, and a jaw made to break fists. The second is an elf, one hand resting casually against her hip. Raymond Black is nowhere to be seen. Duncan. Oh, well, don't you look like shit. Duncan Wu, the closest thing you have to a brother. You haven't seen the man in 8 years. Still as charming as ever. He grins. Green's not your color, Quinn. What are you talking about? We have green hair. Doesn't go with that nice new armor I got you. As you open your mouth to respond, something shifts alarmingly in your stomach. A liquid bubbling sensation. Oh, come on. Body free, tough it out. Don't know what you're talking about. Must be the harbor lights messing with you. I mean, we're an orc, we can handle ourselves. Must be. Guess you still got some of your old fortitude at least. He laughs. Considering how much synthetol we used to put down, I'd be surprised if you couldn't handle a little chop. And synthetol, well, we are in the future. It is the synthetic alcohol. Well, you don't go to the bar for a pint, I should say, for a little beer or what have you. No, you're going for a synthetol. Anyway, we gotta go find Raymond. Seeing we are Deathclaw and we have been behind bars, I think that this lady is a bit tough. Where's the old man? Never showed up. He still got that same baritone rasp. Had it since he was 12. Who developed early. Oh, well, now I'm glad I did that. Well, I also already knew, as I said, I had started a little bit into the game. Don't worry, much of this is blind. still. But yeah, I made 2 more episodes, and then I noticed that we could do this, and then I thought, oh, we need to hash our character. We need to do this. You couldn't do this because the whole Cyber Affinity, it wasn't in the previous 2 games. So yes, heck, we're doing this. Moreover, we had an update this morning of 78 megabytes. So yeah, I kind of thought it would be good to start all over anyways, seeing we hadn't gone that far yet. So, when was the last time you saw him? A few weeks ago, before I got this message telling us to meet him here. I've been working a lot, so I haven't been in the house a while. I was still the same. Is Mrs. Maloney still cleaning up a trail of pipe tobacco in his wake? The orc bows his head. Mrs. Maloney dead, Quinn. 3 years ago. Bad ticker. He couldn't hire another housekeeper after that. He kinda creeped him out. But he's just a little old man. The orc bows his head, again apparently. His voice sounds far away. I know. But Raymond hasn't been himself in a long time. How so? He's been restless, staying in his study, inside his own head a lot. And he barely sleeps anymore. I've been worried about him, but I haven't figured out what to do about it. He looks up at you and shrugs. And I didn't have a sister to turn to. Hell, wasn't too sure you were even alive. Still, until Raymond managed to track you down your number. The woman standing beside him breaks in. We should get going, Duncan. Head back to the meeting point in case your dad showed up. Copy that, Sarge. They're wearing Lone Star body armor. Look like Duncan Wu's gone private police. Oh dear, because we be a bad girl. You his partner? Unfortunately, yes. Although partner's not the right word for it exactly. I like superior officer better, she grins. I let him carry my coffee for me, write my parking tickets, that kind of thing. Carter, the woman taps her chest with an armored finger. I figured I could use some backup. Didn't know what Ray got himself into, and I wasn't sure you were going to show up. It's a tossed-off remark, but there's an undercurrent of resentment in it. Well, surprise, here I am. Yeah, well, I wasn't so sure, you know. He shakes his head. Hey, look, I'm glad you're here, Quinn. Seriously. But I'm gonna need some time to get used to having you around again. Been a while since I heard from you. Know what I mean? Memories of sleepless nights and lockup flash by, wondering if you ever see Duncan or Raymond again. Wondering if he even wanted to. And then, stepping out in the daylight, suddenly free, the fallout of some obscure corporate restructuring, a few hundred Nugent worth of apology from your former jailers, and a decision to start a new life, to leave the past behind. All of it, until now. So apparently, we are a bad girl, and either thanks to corporate reorganization we got out, or we apparently were, no, thanks to corporate reorganization, that's what we're going to say. That's good for us, they made an error and we are free once again. I had my reasons, can we leave it at that for now? And that seems like the most appropriate answer, I would say. Wu stares at you, his goggles reflecting the harbored lights. Sure. After all, if you are private police, why didn't you help me out, brother? He scans the waterfront, frowning. Let's find Raymond. He was supposed to meet us in the plaza on the other side of the spear. The sooner we find him, the sooner you all can have a big, happy family reunion over dinner, Carter grins. And the sooner I can find a place to get a drink around here. Damn right. Ahead of you, Hong Kong rises, serpent-like from the sea. Government and megacorp coiled together, ridding in their basket of their institutionalized corruption. No one can tell where the snake's body ends, and it still begins. That's what Raymond used to say. Duncan turns and starts down the pier. Carter follows. Well, we better follow with them then, huh? There's a little bit of laggy lag. Or better say not lag, but frame drops, I notice. Oh well. We may need to fiddle around with the settings. A little bit. The guard check at the end of the pier is dark and empty. Duncan gives the gate a push, but it doesn't budge. Well, that was open earlier. Duncan frowns. Looks pretty solid. Shouldn't there be someone here to let us out or something? Yeah, smells a little funny, don't it? Carter shrugs. Who knows? It's Hong Kong. Not exactly sure how things work around here. Come on, rookie. We can cut through the construction site. I hate it when you call me that. I hope I can keep up Duncan's voice because it's kind of raspy to my own voice. And I'm sure you would like to have the comment being proper. Do we need Carter around here or something that we stopped? Apparently we did. The gate's locked, but the nearby control panel appears accessible. Carter pulls it open with a metallic screech that pierces your skull, sending a new wave of pain down your churning stomach. She examines the control panel for a moment, then throws Wu a backwards glance. Looks like there's another way of the docks on the other side of this gate. I think I can bypass the lock. Stand aside and let it work, because we don't have free intelligence, so Carter can do it. Carter fiddles with some wires and the door lock is open. Got it. Let's go. Alright, well, Carter is, yeah, that is I wouldn't say... How to put it? In the first installment of the game, you had no companions that constantly traveled with you, like you have now. And, they always felt a little bit less than you. You were clearly the best Shadowrunner around. Where in this case, well look, because we have cyberware affinity and spellcasting and close combat, well, we could distribute some of these points around quickness or intelligence or charisma, but the way that, well, allies work, well look, Duncan already has more hit points. He also has 4 strength, but 1, 3, 2, quickness 4, willpower 3, body 5, charisma 2, intelligence 3, and biotech 1. This is more points in all total, I think, than we have. Yeah, I'm quite positive of that, because, and that feels a little bit, I don't know, painful? Shall we say it like that? Duncan has more points than we do. Also, notice, trained by Lone Star, an expert in assault rifle combat and non-lethal takedowns. Very nice. Carter. New extra information. I know who's gonna bite the bullet in this one. To show you how tough the game really is. Oh, movement. Enemy turn. Shouting in Cantonese. And you have to... more Cantonese, too quick to catch. Cantonese is by what we consider Chinese most of the time in the Western world. It's the most common spoken form of tongue within China, if I am correct, and if not, please correct me. The group at the dock was fishing a package out of the speedboat when you surprised them. Now the package is at the bottom of the bay and the speedboat is disappearing into the distance. They close on you, red-faced and yelling. The light of the harbor glints off their weapons as they approach. The leader shouts something in Cantonese, but it's too fast to make out. You're rusty. It has been years since Raymond's house and the language lessons that wouldn't end. Oh yeah, I noticed that before, but I wanted to keep our character. Like, why? I thought we would be from Hong Kong, but apparently we aren't. Let's just consider us from a different part of China. The old man never spoke anything but his native language at home. Wu speaks with authority. His Cantonese is as solid as ever. He never let it drop. You guys doing some late night fishing? The smuggler smiles. Oh yeah, we're fishing for assholes. Wu points at their weapons. You're gonna need some better bait. All you're gonna catch with that is trouble. Whisper to Duncan. Seriously? They teach you that in a rent-a-cop school? And don't think that the Lone Star are true cops in the sense of us. It's really like private police that you can hire, and they can be just as corrupt as gangs. He turns to you with a smile starting on his face, then he thinks better of it, and turns back to the smugglers. Wu flashes his badge. Lone Star, put the guns down. The smuggler squeezes Wu's badge, then smiles at his friends. Never seen a badge like that before. Either it's fake, or you're some kind of security guard. He grasps his rifle. Either way, this ends the same. I think he's done talking. Alright. Well, let's do this one comment that will make the video perhaps a little long, but I am sure you would love to see me do combat. And you can, even if you... Look, you have to see this. If I zoom in, yeah, slowly zoom into that. Oh, actually, this is already low zoom level. See that my hand here isn't normal. This is our Deathclaw. The game actually shows you if you have an augmentation. That is so cool, and now we have it from the very beginning because I kind of rehashed our character, so to speak. We started a little bit of different annoying points. So this, by the way, is the combat. it works just like, well, XCOM, if you are familiar with that. If not, as I said before, the best thing I can think of, and that is a AAA game that might be known, is Fallout. As you can see, this white lines indicates as far I can walk. And as you can see there, it also indicates how much action points it costs. 1. And it doesn't matter where I go within this area, it is always 1 action point. This is just what it knows as my range. And I have 2 action points, which you can see here by the right lower side of my portrait. If I move here, you see a half shield coming up, which is half cover. And if I go here, you see that it's a full shield, which is full cover. And you have also here, just a shield, but it's not filled in at all. So like no serious cover to mention. I kind of want some cover. Oh, there's another guy over there. Now I notice. And we are first going to go with a ranged attack. From our magic. Good, it hits. I also noticed we didn't... Did we get the normal? Oh, I can't click on myself because I have already spent all of my action points for a raid. We'll go here. But this is a strategy game. And this lady is a buffer. 8 to 12% extra accuracy. We'll give that to Duncan. 10% accuracy, very nice. And she's going to take some cover over here. Then we have Duncan. This man is in the open. I think it is time to get a nice shot. I take some extra accuracy. Voila, and he is pretty freaking hurt. But he shoots me back. This lady is apparently also a mage Yowza that took some damage. This guy is moving up. That's probably... Ow. Holy sweet bejeebus, that was bad luck. He does a crit that destroys my armor, so I have no more protections. Moreover, I have lost all my action points. That is a very, very bad start. Like, seriously bad start. And I have a feeling now I need to kill this guy before, well, my main character dies. Okay, he is dead. Very good. But this is still a bad thing, yeah, because I am flanked. I'm considered out of cover. I'm taking way too much damage. Well, there is already our first very special kit. In this game, you can have dog wagon trauma kit. So I can't show you anymore because I used it because officially I would have died. But what they say is here is, well, a medical service comes to your location and revives you. But that was just some serious bad luck there to get a crit on my own person, and yowza. That was just really, really unfortunate. And I'm even considering using a medkit. You know what? I think we're going to take some extra cover. Oh, there's the laggy, the frames per second being low again. But yeah, we're going to take some cover over here because we are taking too much focus fire. However, now we are really hurt, but know this. After the end of the combat, you regain all your hit points in this system. All of it, as if you were with XCOM going back to base. So we use a medkit on ourselves from Carter, so that we, well, are a little bit healthier. By the way, the armor that we were given by we have only 1 armor. They both have 2 armors. You could have given us a little bit of armor there, brother. We'll increase our armor to 3 because we are actually supposedly close combat, but I'll... Ooh, this guy apparently has very low magic resistance because we had 83 chance to hit him. But he wasn't covered. That was perhaps not the smartest idea. But she isn't. Voila! Gunned her down. A grenade! Yowza, they're bringing out the tough stuff. They are not kidding over here. And our magic spell is, our magic healing spell is still on cooldown. Carter, please hit. Nope, we missed. We missed everything. And that was a spell that costed her 2 action points, so we are a little screwed. We're going to take full cover over here. And we're also then on a ley line, which Well, here, dragon line, medium. Oh yeah, I'm still used to calling the ley line. Sorry, that's just from the previous iteration of this game. I think I'm still healthy enough. I will fire. This guy is pretty wounded. He resets himself. Damn, they're really focusing on my main character. You're out in the open. That gives me the best chance yet to kill you. Throw a spell at him. We should be able to win this. Failed. But here I notice we have the standard magic bolt that is never on cooldown. And voila, we win. Do you guys think those guys were tried? Not sure. I don't recognize their tattoos. Actually, we didn't gain all our HP, we gained just a little bit. It's after the mission that we regain our HP. Yowza, we are really hurt. We'll need another medkit. This is painful. But that is for next episode, because this is quite, and I really need to upload it now, because, well, I wouldn't want you to think that my videos would not be on time. Schedule is important, I know, for the YouTube. It is just pleasant to know when, well, perhaps a new video comes up from your favorite series. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.